I may not be the biggest fan of Blizzard around, but back in the day, even I knew that Blizzard was a well-respected developer that made very great games. The only Blizzard game I played a lot of was Overwatch, and I used to play that game quite a lot back in late 2016 and early 2017, and I really did have a lot of fun with it. Their reputation was, to say the least, pretty darn good back then. But recently, Blizzard has been having sort of a downfall. The real downfall of Blizzard seemed to have started with the Diablo Immortal announcement back at BlizzCon 2018.
The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
By the way, the game isn't even out yet. Then there was the whole Hong Kong fiasco of 2019, which most people seem to have forgotten about after their half-assed apology at BlizzCon.
When I think about what I'm most unhappy about, there's really two things. The first one is we didn't live up to the high standards that we really set for ourselves. And the second is we failed in our purpose. And for that, I am sorry, and I accept accountability.
But it's 2020 now, and it looks like they are back for round 3. This time, the disappointment is not about a game announcement, nor is it about anything remotely political, but this is actually about a game launch. Even after the whole Hong Kong thing, people could at least say, well, at least Blizzard still makes great games, but you can't even say that anymore now. The game in question is Warcraft III Reforged, a remake of the 2002 classic, Warcraft III. Now you may be asking how they could screw up a remake. I mean, a remake is pretty much just the original game, but prettier looking, right? Well, yeah, but perhaps it was a bit too faithful to the original because the UI seems to be unchanged too much from the original and it feels outdated. The game is also filled to the brim with countless bugs that I'm not gonna go in depth about. So clearly the game wasn't complete when it launched. But perhaps the biggest thing fans are upset about is the fact that Blizzard basically pulled an Ubisoft. Just take a look at the cutscene from the BlizzCon 2018 trailer compared to the cutscene in the final release. Like I said, I'm not a huge Blizzard fan, and I definitely won't be one now, but anyone who plays video games should be able to see the problem here.
Glad you could make it, Uther.
Watch your tone with me, boy. You may be the prince, but I'm still your superior as a paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no. We're too late.
Yeah, it appears that Blizzard has totally japed their fans, so understandably people would want a refund. Surely Blizzard would issue refunds to unhappy customers, right? Huh, no. If you have opened the game just one time, just once, you are exempt from receiving a refund, and if Blizzard employees catch you asking on their forums how to get a refund, you'll be banned. Yeah, that's a nice way to treat your customers, Blizzard. So clearly, Blizzard cares more about money than their reputation, which can be reflected in the Metacritic score for the game. One thing is for certain, fans are extremely unhappy, and you can argue that Blizzard is worse than Bethesda now, and I would not call you a rotundist for saying that. Heck, I'll even say that as of right now, even EA is doing better than Blizzard with their reputation. People really like Jedi Fallen Order, and EA is also bringing their PC games back to Steam. I never thought I would ever say that. Everything that has happened to Blizzard can probably be thanks to Activision. Most of you probably already know this, but Blizzard merged with Activision back in 2008, and in recent years, it seems that Activision has become more anti-consumer as well. The new Call of Duty game is actually quite decent, but then they just had to add microtransactions several weeks after launch. Just be glad that Destiny 2 is no longer an Activision published game. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about Blizzard. I can't really say much more simply due to the fact that Overwatch is really my only Blizzard game that I was truly a part of. I will say that making an Overwatch sequel seems kind of pointless and weird though. But I felt like this news was making too much of a stir in the gaming community, so I felt the need to talk about it. Anyway, how much do you hate Blizzard now? I hate them quite a bit. We can only hope that someday they will learn that having a good reputation pays off more than milking your consumers dry with false promises and crusty games. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and with that, I'll see you guys later.